At 94, Barbara Eden is finally talking about Sal Mineo. Barbara Eden was born Barbara Jean Moorhead on August 23, 1931, in Tucson, Arizona. She grew up to become one of Hollywood's most memorable and love-ed stars, a woman whose grace, charm, and special sparkle gave her a permanent place in entertainment history. From the moment she stepped into the spotlight, Eden showed an easy warmth that made audiences feel like they knew her personally. Like she was a friend stopping by their living room each week with a wink, a smile, and a little bit of magic. Growing up during the Great Depression, Eden's early years were far from fancy. Her family eventually moved to San Francisco, where she found comfort and excitement in music and performance. She studied singing at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music and joined local theater productions, discovering that she felt most alive under stage lights. With a voice trained in both classical and pop styles, she performed in nightclubs and on local television, earning enough confidence and applause to dream bigger. Eventually, Hollywood called and she answered. By the mid-1950s, Barbara was appearing in a bunch of TV shows and films, gaining attention with her striking beauty, comedic skills, and friendly personality. But it wasn't until 1965 that she landed the role that would make her a household name around the world. Jeannie in the NBC fantasy sitcom I Dream of Jeannie. As the playful, charming, and endlessly loving Jeannie, Barbara Eden turned a single television role into a cultural sensation. Her famous pink harem costume, expressive eyes, and upbeat energy made Jeannie instantly unforgettable. The show's mix of romantic tension, slapstick comedy, and magical chaos became a comfort for millions, and Eden was the glowing heart of it all. Her comedic timing, often paired with co-star Larry Hagman's frantic frustration, showed audiences that she wasn't just a pretty face. She was a skilled performer whose instincts made every scene better. Even decades later, reruns continue to captivate viewers who discover or rediscover her infectious energy for the first time. Few actors ever create a character that goes beyond generations. Barbara Eden did it with ease. But Eden's career didn't stop at Jeannie's bottle. She proved her talent again and again. She starred in many films such as Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, Harper Valley PTA, The Wonderful World of the Brothers Grimm, and The Seven Faces of Dr. Lao. On television, she appeared in everything from dramas to made-for-TV movies, including 2 highly rated I Dream of Jeannie reunion films. She performed on Broadway, appeared in musicals, and continued delighting fans with her stage presence well into her later years. Whether she played glamorous, comedic, or dramatic roles, she carried the same elegance and dedication that marked her entire career. Between 2000 and 2004, Barbara Eden captivated audiences across the country with her dynamic performance in the national touring production of the popular play The Odd Couple, the female version. In this creative, gender-swapped version of the classic Neil Simon comedy, Eden brought the lovable, nervous character of Florence Unger to life with her signature charm and perfect comedic timing, sharing the stage with Rita McKenzie, who played the confident and spirited Olive Madison. Critics and fans alike praised Eden for her ability to bring fresh energy into Florence, making the character both relatable and hilariously endearing. While her chemistry with McKenzie added a delightful layer of depth to the comedic back and forth, the tour allowed audiences nationwide to experience Eden's stage presence firsthand, proving that her talent extends far beyond the small screen and cementing her reputation as a versatile performer capable of commanding the stage with warmth, wit, and grace. Then in March 2006, fans were treated to a heartwarming reunion as Eden joined forces with her former I Dream of Jeannie co-star Larry Hagman for a special publicity tour in New York City to celebrate the release of the first season DVD of the beloved classic television series. The pair charmed audiences with their trademark humor and easy friendship, appearing on a wide variety of nationally televised programs, including Good Morning America, The View, Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, Martha, and Showbiz Tonight, among many others. Their reunion was not just a nostalgic nod to television history. It was a reminder of the lasting magic of I Dream of Jeannie and a testament to Eden's lasting appeal as a television icon. Together, Eden and Hagman's appearances rekindled the excitement of the series for longtime fans, while introducing a new generation to the whimsical world of Jeannie and her unforgettable adventures. Her memoir, Jeannie Out of the Bottle, offered fans an honest look into her journey, revealing not only her dazzling career, but also her growth, struggles, and unwavering spirit. Readers found her story deeply human and inspiring, a true reflection of the woman behind the iconic character. Even in her 90s, Barbara Eden remains a beacon of positivity and timeless beauty. She attends conventions, appears at public events, and continues to connect with the fans who adore her. Her bright smile, treasured sense of humor, and remarkable longevity in show business make her one of the rare stars who never truly fade. They simply shine in new ways. Barbara Eden's personal life has been marked by a series of relationships that reflect both the joys and hardships she experienced behind the spotlight, beginning with her long and meaningful marriage to actor Michael Ansara. The two tied the knot in 1958 during a time when Eden's career was steadily rising, and Ansara was already well known for his commanding presence in television and film. Their marriage lasted an impressive 16 years, a long stretch by Hollywood standards, and throughout that time, they built a deeply connected life shaped by shared dreams and mutual support. Ansara stood by Eden as she stepped into the iconic role of Jeannie, and Eden in turn supported him through the intense pressures of his own acting career. Together they welcomed their son Matthew, who became the emotional center of their family life. Despite their strong bond, the couple faced personal challenges and changing career demands that eventually caused strain, leading to their divorce in 1974. Though the marriage ended, Eden often spoke of Ansara with genuine respect and affection, acknowledging the deep influence he had on her life. A few years later, in 1977, Barbara Eden entered her second marriage, this time with Charles Fagert, a Chicago Sun-Times executive whose world was very different from the Hollywood landscape she knew so well. Their relationship offered Eden a change of pace, pulling her into a new social environment that contrasted sharply with the entertainment industry's constant spotlight. Fagert was charismatic, successful, and socially connected, and their union initially seemed like a fresh, stabilizing chapter. However, as time went on, the marriage became increasingly strained due to lifestyle differences and the complicated dynamics surrounding Fagert's demanding career and personal habits. Eden, who has always been open about the emotional toll of difficult periods in her life, later described this marriage as one marked by turbulence and disappointment. After 5 years of attempting to navigate their differences, the couple divorced in 1982, closing a chapter that had begun with optimism but ended with hard-earned clarity. Barbara Eden found lasting happiness in her third marriage to architectural designer and real estate developer John Eichholz, whom she married in 1991. This relationship represented a turning point for Eden, a partnership not defined by the chaos of show business or the pressures of public life, but by genuine companionship, shared values, and emotional steadiness. Eichholz brought into her life a calming, grounded presence, and the two developed a deeply affectionate bond built on mutual respect and easy, sincere connection. Their marriage has endured for decades, providing Eden with the stability and joy that had escaped her in earlier relationships. Together, they've embraced a quieter, more private life, balancing Eden's occasional returns to the spotlight with Eichholz's design career and charitable interests. Even in her later years, Eden often lights up when speaking about him, expressing gratitude for a marriage that brought her comfort, peace, and a lasting sense of partnership. At 94, Barbara Eden, the iconic star best known for her role as Jeannie in the beloved television series I Dream of Jeannie, has finally broken her long-held silence regarding her memories of Sal Mineo, the talented and tragic actor who rose to fame alongside James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause. Over the decades, Mineo's life and untimely death have remained subjects of fascination in Hollywood. Yet Eden's personal reflections had never been publicly shared until now. In a recent interview, Eden opened up with honest warmth and a sense of nostalgia, providing insight into both the man and the era in which they worked. Reflecting on Mineo's presence in Hollywood during the 1950s and 1960s, Eden commented, "Sal was one of those rare actors who had a magnetic energy about him. Even when he wasn't on camera, you could feel his passion for performance. He had a way of lighting up a room with just his presence, a quiet charisma that drew people in without him even trying." Her words suggest that Eden not only admired Mineo professionally, but also recognized a depth of character in him that went beyond his public image. She emphasized that while Hollywood often put young actors into narrow roles, Mineo possessed a remarkable range, a combination of vulnerability and intensity that made his performances memorable. Eden also recalled her personal interactions with Mineo, speaking about the kindness he often showed behind the scenes. "I remember him as someone who was incredibly generous with his time," she said. "He would take young actors under his wing, offer advice, and never make anyone feel small. Hollywood could be harsh, especially for someone like Sal, who was both gifted and sensitive. He handled it with a grace that was remarkable." Eden's recollections paint a picture of a man who, despite the pressures of fame and the complexities of the industry, remained compassionate and grounded. A side of Mineo rarely highlighted in tabloid stories or public speculation. When addressing the tragic circumstances of Mineo's death on February 12, 1976, Eden's voice carried a mixture of sorrow and reflective acceptance. "It was such a shock, and it's something that stayed with all of us who knew him," she explained. "Even though decades have passed, the memory of that night, the senselessness of it still resonates. It makes you think about the fragility of life, the fleeting nature of fame, and how important it is to cherish the people around you while you can." Her comments reveal not only the personal grief she felt, but also her broader thinking about the human experience and the unpredictable course of life, particularly for those in the entertainment industry. Eden went further to put into context Mineo's contributions to cinema and culture, remarking on the courage it took to pursue roles that challenged societal expectations. "Sal was fearless," she stated. "He didn't just want to fit into a mold. He wanted to explore roles that had depth, that challenged both himself and the audience. That bravery, that willingness to take risks is something I will always remember about him. It's easy to forget with the glamour of Hollywood that these were young people putting themselves out there in ways that were often misunderstood." This reflection highlights Eden's awareness of the historical and social context in which Mineo lived and worked, acknowledging both the limitations and the possibilities of Hollywood during that era. Finally, Eden expressed a sense of gratitude for having known Mineo, framing her memories not in terms of loss, but of appreciation for the moments they shared. "I feel fortunate to have known Sal," she said with quiet sincerity. "The experiences we had together, the laughs, the conversations, the moments on set, those are treasures I carry with me. He was gone far too soon, but his spirit, his artistry, and the warmth he shared with people will always remain." Eden's reflections offer a rare, intimate perspective on a life that ended tragically, yet continues to resonate through the memories of those who witnessed Mineo's brilliance firsthand. Through her words, Barbara Eden not only pays tribute to Sal Mineo as an actor, but also honors him as a human being, capturing the complexity, talent, and kindness that defined him. Her openness at age 94 serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring connections forged in Hollywood and the lasting impact of individuals whose lives, though brief, leave a deep imprint on those who knew them and on generations who continue to admire their work.